Let's take a look at a situation where we have a single hit to left field with a runner on second or a runner on second and third. For the most part, this is going to be the same either way. On the pitch, the ball gets hit to left field. All the runners are moving. Let's see where everybody goes. In this situation, we're looking at where everybody goes if there's a play at the plate. So if we have a chance to stop that runner from scoring, that's the play we want to go with. So let's look at where everybody is in that situation. So the left fielder's getting the ball. Center fielder is going to move over as a backup. The right fielder's kind of shifting over and in towards second base. Not really anything for them to do necessarily, but they just want to kind of move toward the infield just to be there in case something happens. So there's your outfield. The infield, the third baseman's going to move down to be a cutoff for a throw to home plate. So if that ball gets offline or it's just not a good throw, we can cut it off. The catcher is going to stay and cover home. The pitcher needs to move behind home plate and be the backup for the throw from left field, get in line for that throw. Shortstop's going to cover third base. Second baseman's going to cover second base, and the first baseman's going to be near first base. They may not need to cover because there probably isn't a play, but they need to stay near the base. They need to keep an eye and make sure that the runner touches the base, but they just kind of need to be there and available also to be around in case a ball gets loose or something happens, we get a rundown or something. They need to be around for that. So you take a look and you have a straight line from left field to your backup at home. So in this situation where we have a play at the plate, left fielder, you got third base as a cutoff, you have the catcher covering the base, and you have the pitcher as the backup. Now we're going to back up and take a little bit of a different look at a slightly different version of this. In this case, we're going to have a play at second base. So maybe there's not a runner on third base. There's nowhere for them to throw because there's not a runner there. And maybe we don't have a play at third. Maybe that runner's moving. So we're looking to get the ball into second base. Let's see where everybody needs to go. The outfield's the same. Left fielder is fielding the ball. Center fielder is there to back up. Right fielder is moving in toward second base as just an extra bit of hands. The shortstop's going to be the cutoff for a throw to second base. Second baseman is covering the base. First base is watching first base, covering, keeping an eye on the runner. Third baseman covers third base in this situation. Catcher's going to stay at home. Pitcher's going to come as a backup, maybe behind home plate, but if there's no throw, maybe they're better served as a potential backup to a throw to third base, or just being kind of out there in that part of the foul territory in case the ball gets loose. So in this scenario, we're looking at a play at second base. So maybe we don't have a chance at that runner who's rounding third and coming home, but that batter is rounding first and going to second. So in that case, we want to try and stop that runner from getting to second. And maybe in this picture, this isn't giving it a true perspective. Maybe the ball's a little deeper. It's got to be deep enough that that runner thinks that they can take the extra base. But think of it in those terms. This is a situation where the batter's going for a double. What we see changed here, pretty much everything's the same, but that first baseman doesn't need to cover the base once the runner has passed first base. As long as they are as close to the base as the runner is, they're not going to get beat if we get somebody in a rundown. But what they should be doing is moving up a little bit to be a backup for that throw to second base. So there you go. You got everybody in line, left field getting the ball, shortstop as a cutoff, second base covers the base, and the first baseman can be there as a backup. First base